Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, Text number 16. Please repeat after me. Yudhishthiraha labdharajya drishtva pautram kuladharma भ्रातृभि लोकपाल है लोकपाल भय मुमुदे परया श्रिया युधिष्ठिरो लब्धराज्यो दृष्ट्वा पौत्रं कुलंधरम् भ्रातृभि लोकपाला भय मुमुदे परया श्रिया। युधिष्ठिर लब्धराज्य possessing his parental kingdom, drishtva by seeing, pautram the grandson, kulam dharma just suitable for the dynasty, Bhratribhi by the brothers, Lokapala Bhai, who were all expert administrators, Mumude enjoyed life, Paraya uncommon, Shriya opulence. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Having won his kingdom and observed the birth of one grandson competent to continue the noble tradition of his family, Maharaj Yudhishthira reigned peacefully and enjoyed uncommon opulence in cooperation with his younger brothers, who were all expert administrators to the common people. Purport. Both Maharaj Yudhishthira and Arjuna were unhappy from the beginning of the battle of Kurukshetra, but even though they were unwilling to kill their own men in the fight, it had to be done as a matter of duty, for it was planned by the supreme will of Lord Shri Krishna. After the battle, Maharaj Yudhishthira was unhappy over such mass killings. Practically, there was none to continue the Kuru dynasty after them, the Pandavas. The only remaining hope was the child in the womb of his daughter-in-law Uttara, and he was also attacked by Ashwathama. But by the grace of the Lord, the child was saved. So after the settlement of all disturbing conditions and re-establishment of the peaceful order of the state, and after seeing the surviving child, Parikshit, well satisfied. Maharaj Parikshit felt some relief as a human being, although he had very little attraction for material happiness, which is always illusory and temporary. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So happy to see all of you here for this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Canto 1, Chapter 13, entitled Dhritarashtra Quits Home. And we are here reading about Yudhishthir Maharaj, how he was peaceful after seeing the peaceful state in the in his kingdom or in the society. Prabhupada explains that Yudhishthir Maharaj and Arjuna, they were unhappy from the beginning of the battle of Kurukshetra. They were not very happy fighting. We know Arjuna was refusing to fight, isn't it? In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was saying, I'm not going to fight. In fact, he even says that what to talk of fighting, I'm ready to become a beggar. Bhaksham apiha loke. I'm ready to become a beggar. Just imagine, for a person like Arjuna, the most powerful personality on this planet Earth during that time, and he is saying that I don't want to fight. I can become a beggar. I was just thinking that one situation, if we can think, that Krishna is encouraging him to fight, telling him that it's your duty, you have to fight, and he's saying, I'm ready to become a beggar. And Krishna was thinking, okay, let him see that. So Krishna says, okay, go and become a beggar. Now this is not in Bhagavad Gita, okay? We'll see which chapter it is said. Suppose he says, okay, go and become beggar. So he goes and becomes a beggar, Arjuna, because he doesn't want to fight, as Prabhupada is writing here. And then he becomes a beggar, and then he has another beggar with him who's very weak. They go out throughout the day, beg something, they bring some change, they're counting their money in the evening, how much they have collected. And then a very powerful beggar comes. And he says, hey, give me all the money. And Arjuna said, you can't take that money. He was trying to take the money from that weak beggar. And Arjuna says, you cannot take. He said, why, who are you? Who are you to stop me? He said, I am Arjuna. So he said, so? I mean, if you say Arjuna on the battlefield, people will get scared. But for the beggars, who's Arjuna? So he said, so? He said, you cannot take. Who will stop me? I'm going to stop you. And then he starts fighting with the beggar. And as soon as he starts fighting with the beggar, Krishna appears there. And Krishna says, anyway, if you have to fight, why don't you come on the battlefield and fight? Why are you fighting here with the beggars, right? The point is, if a person has a nature, he will act accordingly. Kshatriya, being a Kshatriya, his nature was to fight, so he cannot stop. But he was unhappy. And Yudhishthir also was unhappy. Thank you. Keep it aside. Yudhishthir also was unhappy. As Prabhupada is writing, Yudhishthira and Arjuna both, they didn't want to fight. So it is mentioned in Mahabharata that before the battle began, the Bhagavad Gita was over. They were about to now start. Arjuna has said, Karishye vachanam tava, I am ready to do nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadat maya chutaha stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Come on, whom you want me to kill first? Arjuna was ready to fight, and everyone saw Yudhishthir. He removed his armor, he removed his gloves, he removed his shoes. Bare feet, he started running towards the Kauravas. And everyone thought that, oh my God, he was always unhappy, he didn't want to fight, and now he's running. That means he's going for a compromise. But we want to fight. So Bhima started running after him. Stop, but he won't stop. Nakul, Sahadev, they're trying to stop him. No, come on, come back, we are going to fight. We are not going to have a compromise. Arjuna looked at Krishna and he said, maybe now he needs Bhagavad Gita. First I was telling that I'm not going to fight. Now he is running there. Maybe he needs Bhagavad Gita. Krishna just smiled, and Yudhishthir went straight to Bhishma Dev. He told Bhishma Dev, he folded his hands, he told Bhishma Dev, please give us permission to go to the forest. And Bhishma was astonished. Bhishma says, what's going on? We are about to begin the battle. Why are you saying these things? He said, see, you have the benediction of dying at will. You will die whenever you want, and I'm sure you won't die before the battle is over. And unless you die, we are not going to win. So that means we are not going to win at all this war, because you are not going to die. So what is the point in fighting? Because after the war we will have to go to forest. We will lose the battle because you are there. So let's do it right now. I'm not going to fight. So Bhishma understood. This was a sarcastic remark on Bhishma, that you are on the wrong side. You are protecting those who are on the dharma, and that's not a duty of a Mahajana. Bhishma is one of the Mahajan, right? 12 Mahajans. That's not the duty of a Mahajan. What is the duty of a Mahajan? To bring peace and rules of the Vedas. That is the duty of the Mahajan, to bring devotional service, not to promote adharma. But what is he doing as Mahajan? He's fighting on the side of Kauravas. So that was the point he was making. And Bhishma understood. Bhishma said, I am siding Duryodhan because I have taken money from him. हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, नमक खाया है उसका, तो नमक का वो चुकाना होता है, हाँ, कर्ज, हाँ, नमक का कर्ज चुकाना है. So I have taken money from Duryodhan, so I have to be on his side. But he said, I'll tell you something. He said, you came to me, that's why I'm going to give you a benediction. If you would not, I would have cursed you. So good you came to me. And don't worry, when the time will come, I will tell you how to kill me. And now he gave him a benediction. What did he say? Vijay Bhava. Be victorious. Just imagine whom is he telling, whom is going to fight right now. Just after some time. He said, Vijay Bhava. Then Yudhishthira went to the Dronacharya. And Dronacharya said the same thing. Good you came, otherwise I would have cursed you. Now I'm going to give you a benediction. Vijay Bhava. Kripacharya, Vijay Bhava. Shalva, Vijay Bhava. Wherever he went, wherever he went, he got this benediction. And then he came back to fight. Whereas nobody told Duryodhan Vijay Bhava. Not even one person. Whether it's Bhishma on his side, Dronacharya on his side, Kripacharya on his side, nobody told him. The reason was the attitude. Duryodhan approached his guru, Dronacharya, in a mood of a king. If you read Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, it is explained how is he approaching? Raja Vachanam Abravit. He goes to Dronacharya and there is mentioned Raja. So he went as a king. And for what? Pashyatam Panduputranam Acharyam Mahatim Chamum. Thank you. So he's saying, look at your mistake. What have you done? So he went to his guru as a king. He went to his guru to point out his mistake. See what you have done. Now this is battlefield, don't do it here again. Drupada Putrena Dhimata, why did he take that name? To tell him that you were the one who taught him how to fight, how to kill. And now he's standing right in front of you to kill you. Don't repeat this mistake again. So he went to his guru to point out the mistake. He went to his guru as a king and he went to his guru to order him. You should do this, you should not do this. But Yudhishthir went, how did he go? He removed all his armor, he removed his shoes, he removed his gloves in a mood of humility, being very humble, Considering himself to be very low person, he went in front of them and begged. That is why he got benediction and Duryodhana got only curses. So that's what Prabhupada is writing here, that they were not happy, they didn't want to fight. But why did they fight then? It had to be done as a matter of duty, for it was planned by the supreme will of the Lord. The greatest duty, the biggest duty, the topmost duty of a person is to follow the will of the Lord. And if you don't follow, you will suffer. That's all. If you really want to be successful, you really want to be happy, you really want to achieve something in life, follow the will of the Lord. That's the real achievement. So that's why it's mentioned here that they were following the will of the Lord. After the battle, they were unhappy over such killing, and the only remaining hope was the child in the womb of Uttara. So we know this. In the earlier chapters we have seen that how when Uttara saw Brahmastra coming, Uttara came running to Krishna. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate. Now what happened? Now they will repeat later part, right? No? I'm confused. Saying, from where did you say this? You have read only Bhagavad Gita, right? This is Bhagavatam, first canto. So she is coming. Nanyad Pashyam, yes. I'm not seeing anyone else. So you went to the Google Guru, huh? So she's saying, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, hey, she's addressing Krishna as the greatest mystic. Mahayogin, please protect me. Why is she saying Krishna is yogi here? Because the child is in the womb and only a yogi can enter inside and protect the child. So she's saying, please protect my child. I don't see anyone else, because by Krishna, suppose he would have told Uttara, why are you telling me? Arjuna is there, Yudhishthir is there, so many, all these powerful people, go to them. She said, I don't see anyone else other than you who can protect my child at this time. I'm not worried about me, but I want my child to be protected. And then Krishna, of course, protected Parikshit entering into the womb. What is real protection of the God or of Krishna? Like he protected Parikshit Maharaj. See, it's really astonishing that when Brahmastra came, Krishna protected Parikshit. When Takshak came, Krishna did not protect. I mean, if you compare Brahmastra with Takshak, what's the power of Takshak in front of Brahmastra? If he can be protected from Brahmastra, why not Takshak? So Krishna protects consciousness. It is not necessary that Krishna will protect body. If it is required, yes, he will protect body also. But otherwise, Krishna, what is important? Body or consciousness? Why? You said consciousness, but why? That you didn't study, right? Or did you?
Because we are not taking this body to God, or not out of this earth.
Okay, very nice. Because we are not going to take this body to God, right? But we'll take our consciousness. Wonderful, very nice. You should clap for this boy. Wonderful. What's your name? What's your name? Huh? Govind. Okay, what is the meaning of Govind?
Pleasures, cow and senses.
Very nice. Oh, from Odisha. Jai Jagannath. So Krishna, what is protection of Krishna? We see various places the devotees have been protected. But somewhere Krishna has protected the body, somewhere Krishna has protected the honor, like in case of Draupadi. But some places, like Bali Maharaj, he took away everything. And that too by cheating. But still he protected the consciousness of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj never blamed. He was in such a position that everyone was blaming Bali Maharaj. In fact, when he was bound for no reason at all, his wife comes and tells the Lord, whatever you have done is perfect. You know, it's very difficult in front of everyone. You have been bound, and on top of that, your own people, whom you consider your, Atma Sainyasya Sataswapi, whom you consider your soldiers who are going to protect you, and they come and tell, very nice, aisa hi hona chahiye tha. It's so disturbing, right? I remember one time when I had learnt how to ride a bike, and when you learn, then you cannot drive below 100, isn't it? When you learn new, to 100 ke upar chala jata hai. And I remember I fell down. We were on highway in Mumbai, and it was rainy season. So bike got skid, and myself and my brother, so we were lying like this. The bike was on us, and a car came from behind, rolled down the windows, because it was rainy season, so windows were up. So he rolled down the windows, looked at us, and he said, "Bahut acha, aisa hi hona chahiye tum log ke saath." And he went. Arey Baba, theek hai, at least, pick us up. We are here like this, not even ready to pick us up. We were just lying like this. And he said, bahut acha. So it feels very bad. And Bali Maharaj was in that condition. He's been bound for no reason at all, and everyone, even Prahlad Maharaj came and said, bahut acha, very nice. It's only Brahmaji who could not tolerate. And he asked the question to the Lord, my dear Lord, you become happy with patram pushpam phalam toyam, right? And Bali Maharaj has given so many of patras and so many of pushpas and so many of, phalas, because he gave entire Brahmand, so there were so many patra pushpam phalam toyam, and still you are not happy. So Brahmaji said, what is this going on? And Krishna, he said, I want to glorify my devotee for the eternity. See, Bali Maharaj is glorified, right? There's a word called Balidan. It's coming from his donation, what he gave. Dana means donation or charity, what he did. So, Krishna protects consciousness, not necessarily body. And we should not even ask Krishna. What should we ask Krishna? If we are in trouble, should we ask him, bas, exam pass kara do? If this exam is cleared, then I will not come to you for asking for anything. We should ask Krishna. What can be asked to Krishna? Okay, we have so many desires. It is not possible that you go in front of Krishna and do not ask. You will ask, right? Then what you should do? The best thing is, as many desires you have, go and ask Krishna. Bhagavatam says this, akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta Purusha Param. So he says, Sarva Kama. You're filled with desires, go to Krishna and ask. So you can ask Krishna, okay, I need money, I want to be powerful, I want to be very handsome, I want to be this, that. Whatever you want, you can ask. But in the end, it should conclude with one line. And that line is, Krishna, please don't listen to me. I have asked all these things, please don't listen. Do what is good for me. And that is what Arjuna did. Yat shreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapanna. Do what is good for me. So this is required for us. So we should understand that how Krishna protected Parikshit, he will protect all of us also. It's only we need to surrender to him. Surrendering to Krishna is the greatest opportunity what a living entity can have. Brahmanda Brahmite kono bhagyavan jeev, Guru Krishna prasade paye bhakti lata beej. So we should try our best that we can surrender, and even if you surrender, you will have to go through so many difficulties. Don't think that if you have surrendered to Krishna, there won't be any difficulty. Krishna is saying, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki jai, Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai. So don't think the problems won't come. Even gopis who are completely dedicated to Krishna, during the Sharad Purnima, now we are about to come to that festival, Kartik month starting. On the night of Sharad Purnima, the gopis came leaving everything. And then what happened? Krishna went away. Just imagine, gopis came for gopis, they gave up everything. Some things which are very difficult to give up. That is why Uddhava, when he goes to Braj, he goes to gopis, he sees their devotion and he develops a desire to become a creeper, become a blade of grass in Vrindavan. He glorifies gopis. Asamaho charana renu jusamaham syam Vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadhina. So he's saying that I just want to be a creeper, I just want to be a blade of grass in Vrindavan so that gopis can keep their lotus feet on my head. But even the gopis, Krishna left them during Rasa Leela. And then gopis were searching for Krishna. That's how they sang this beautiful Gopi Geet. Jayatite dhikam janmana braja Shrayata indira shashvadatrahi. So then Krishna came and now gopis wanted to chastise him. How dare you leave us in the dead of night? So they told Krishna, they didn't say directly, but they told Krishna there are three kinds of friends or three kinds of lovers. First one is, if you love me, I will love you. That's the first one. Or if you're kind to me, I'll be kind to you. That's the first kind of friendship. There's a second kind, even if you don't love me, I'll still continue to love you. You don't love me, but I'll love you. So first is exchange, business. You give me something, I'll give you something, right? Second is, we can say nishkam. Even if you don't love, I'm ready to love you. It's like parents. We see how they love their child. Even if the child is not loving, the parents continue to love. And the third, they said, third kind of friendship is that if a person loves you, you do not even bother to respond. So they were telling Krishna, you are in the third category. We are loving you so much and you are not responding. So anyway, there's a lot of good discussion, but in the end, Krishna says very nice thing. He says, actually, I wanted to increase your love, your longing, your devotion to me. And that is why I went away. So whatever Krishna does is for the benefit of living entity. This should be understood. And that is why we should start loving Krishna. How to start loving Krishna? By meditation. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate krodhat bhavati sammohat smriti bhranshad buddhinasho buddhinashat. This is a process of degradation for the living entity. But the same process is required to go back home, back to Godhead also. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa. Krishna in the scriptures is known as Vishaya Vigraha. So right now we are meditating on our enjoyment, etc. But if we meditate on Krishna, he is called as Vishaya Vigraha. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa. So start meditating on Vishaya Vigraha Krishna. What will happen? Sangasteshu pajayate. You will develop attachment to Krishna. Just by constantly meditating upon him. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha. So when you develop attachment to Krishna, what will be the next step? Kamaha. Kama means pure love. Krishna is known as Adi Smara, Adi Kamadev. So you develop that love for Krishna. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. And then kamat krodho bijayate. Krodh or anger is compared to fire. So kamat krodho bijayate, when you develop that love, then there will be a fire of Krishna consciousness which will burn away all your impurities. That is why the process is dhyayato vishayan pumsa. Start meditating on Krishna, and then you will be really successful and really happy. So the process of bhakti is to approach Krishna in a very humble way, in a grateful way, with a grateful heart. Approach Krishna and surrender to Him and tell Him, Karishye Vachanam Tava. Prabhupada was asked, how many lifetimes it will take for us to, surrender to Krishna and to, give up all this sinful life? How many lifetimes? Prabhupada said, 1 minute. And everyone was stunned, and they asked again. Prabhupada is asking that how many lifetimes it will take for us to, come out of all these sins and all those. 1 minute. Haven't you read Bhagavad Gita? Said, what is Krishna saying? Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami maru. Prabhupada said, 1 minute. Just surrender to Krishna. Come to Krishna. Pay obeisances and tell Krishna, till today I was serving Maya, today onwards I will serve you. Prabhupada said, that's all. You are a pure devotee of the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.